What up, TTC? It's your boy. Hey, man. Proper English in the house. And, hey, it's been a minute, but football is back. I don't even know what's going on. Honestly, I don't even know what's going on in the TTC. I don't even know. I haven't really been keeping up. I don't even know. I've been in the Facebook post a little bit. I forgot what it's called. I've been disconnected. I've been disconnected from the TTC. I imagine it's still a thing, so I'm gonna post this. But I'm just checking in real quick. I'm actually sitting on the 15 freeway down here in San Diego, heading to Qualcomm Stadium to watch the Chargers and the 49ers. Obviously rocking the blue and green. And I am very anxious to see what's going to happen. It just so happens that today, the San Diego Chargers, the organization, is planning a... Damn, somebody's blowing some weed on this highway. Damn. It just so happens that they're having a big, gigantic salute to service ceremony at the stadium at the beginning of the game and at halftime. So that's pretty funny, considering they're playing against the 49ers, and we all know what's going on with Colin Kaepernick right now. And I don't know what everybody's stance on is. I know that there's probably plenty of you guys who are... So I know a super rookie from our squad, you know, he's a serviceman. And I know plenty of you guys probably have or will or did or got family who has or did serve in the military. But I'm here to say that I stand with Colin Kaepernick. Now, myself, I choose to stand for the national anthem because I stand for it because of its promise. But I completely and fully and totally understand why Colin Kaepernick is choosing to sit. Colin Kaepernick is not disrespecting the military. He's not disrespecting his countrymen. He's not disrespecting the American fans who pay his bills. He's not disrespecting his 19 million American dollars, which all you idiots want to keep saying. He's not disrespecting those we've lost in battle, who've gone to fight for this country. He's not disrespecting them. Those that have, those that may, those that are. He's not disrespecting any of them. Colin Kaepernick is simply silently protesting by sitting down. I imagine that Colin Kaepernick loves his country. I imagine that Colin Kaepernick would love nothing more than to be compelled to stand up for the national anthem. Now, when black people, and it's a race thing, so you know it is a race thing, whether you try it or not, it's a race thing. Okay, it's a race thing. Let's be real. When black people rioted in Baltimore and they marched and all that stuff, you guys said, I don't mean you guys, but people said, that's not how you protest. You know, when they marched, they said, oh, you're rioting. When they rioted, you said, oh, you're animals. Colin Kaepernick is sitting quietly on the bench. Can you guys hear me through the sound of the outside? Let me roll my windows up. Colin Kaepernick is sitting quietly on the bench, silently protesting. He's being a silent non-participant. That's all he's doing. Citing the tremendous inequities that people of this country are suffering, are victim to. And he's saying, look, I'll stand up for it when I feel that the country is giving valid attention to this thing. God damn, the traffic is bad everywhere. I'm gonna be late as fuck. He said that I'll stand up when he feels that valid attention is being given to it. When police officers gun down unarmed men, it happens to be black men, but gun down unarmed men, and they get sent on, what do you call it? administrative leave, which is basically a paid vacation. No one's being forced to answer for these crimes, and they are crimes. And they are crimes. He's saying that he's not going to stand for that. Now, Kaepernick, shit. Now Kaepernick is what? A successful athlete, right? He was raised by two white parents, and he makes $19 million. And the first thing people want to say is, how are you oppressed, Colin Kaepernick? All this money you make. Which is the most idiotic argument I can't think of anything more idiotic than the argument that people like that bitch Tommy Loren is making. How are you so oppressed, Colin Kaepernick? You make $19 million. You were raised by white parents because your black parents didn't want to do it. What a bitch. Colin Kaepernick never said he was oppressed. I imagine Colin Kaepernick probably lived a pretty nice life. But what does that have to do with choosing to stand up for someone's rights? Should a white person who's never had their rights stripped of them not have fought for civil rights in the 60s? I know many of them didn't, but many of them shared the ideals, but they didn't march. But should a white person not be concerned with civil rights of all people simply because they already have them? I hope you don't feel that way, because that would make you a piece of shit. You guys need to get off of Colin Kaepernick, man. Colin Kaepernick is doing exactly what all these people that they're saying that he's disrespecting. He's doing exactly what they go to fight for. He's doing exactly that. He's doing exactly that. They go to war to fight for Colin Kaepernick's right to do exactly what he's doing. Colin Kaepernick's not spitting on the flag. He's not defacing the flag. He's not destroying the flag. He's not burning the flag. He's simply sitting down. He's simply sitting down. And he's not even saying anything. If the media would take the microphones and cameras out of his face, he wouldn't have nothing to say. Colin Kaepernick didn't go out there looking for a camera and a microphone to speak his mind. They came to him. It's funny because before Colin Kaepernick, we used to get on Colin Kaepernick's ass because he didn't say enough. His interviews were too short. He was short-winded and didn't want to say much. He seemed like an asshole on the mic when they wanted to interview him. He had nothing to say. He had nothing to say. Now we're mad at him because he has a little something to say. Well, he doesn't have nothing to say, really. He's silently protesting. Get over it. Get over it. Get over Colin Kaepernick. Concentrate more on what the cause is than what he's actually doing. His action, his method. Forget his method. If you want to raise posters, you have to do something that's a little bit out of the box. No one gives a shit when you fucking tiptoe through the tulips. But I tell you what. One day, one of my two daughters, I have two mixed race, black and Mexican daughters. 2 years old and 10 months old. They live in this world. And I intend, and I already have preached love. My daughters are going to be taught to love all, above all. To love all. But one day, Maya or Aubrey is going to come to me and she's going to ask me, Daddy, why are there groups like the KKK allowed to openly and blatantly preach hate to anyone non-white? What am I going to tell her? Because they have the American right to do so. No matter how disgusting it is. They have the American right to do so. But you guys want to make Colin Kaepernick into a pariah because he just simply won't stand for the national anthem. Social media has been abuzz about Colin Kaepernick. Where is the down with the KKK social media buzz? Where is the disbanding of what do you call them? Aryan nations and all that shit. All that shit. Where's the disbandment of all those? Where's the outrage for that? No, because the dude won't stand for your fucking song, which is a racist song to begin with. That last statement might push some buttons. That's fine. Come holler at me. The national anthem is a racist song right off the cuff. Now, I didn't know that until a couple days ago. Why? Because they don't teach us that shit in school. They don't teach us shit about the real American history in school. Why? Because it would turn us into bad Americans. Bad Americans. They don't teach us about the genocide, the genocide and the rape and this. Damn, this guy's car behind me is on fire. The disgusting things that were done to the natives when we got here. Disgusting, right? They don't teach us that shit. They only teach us in school about the empowering things. The things that, that make America great. They don't teach us the whole, when it comes to slavery and the abolishment and all that stuff, they don't teach us the whole story about that. They don't teach us about how slave owners and their crews pulled the wives, if you want to call them that, the partners of black male slaves, and beat them mercifully in front of them to break their soul and break their will. They don't teach us that shit. And they didn't teach us that the third stanza, I believe it was the third stanza of the national anthem, says, "No refuge will save the hireling or slave from the," how does it go? From the terror of flee or the gloom of the grave. Aimed right at the black slaves who ran away to freedom to the British because they offered them freedom to fight for them. It's pretty fucking racist. But you want Colin Kaepernick to stand up and sing that song? Why? Because you took the bad parts out? Go Hawks.